find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
SmashMouth Footballerz.
Wait, we got a dream next to the team. Yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call
Introducing.
They know what it is, know what I do.
Nick Tate.
Who don't understand? Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My rings.
Joe Caldero.
Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit
Chad
into
Young.
my shoes. Still I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem.
Welcome to SmashMouth Footballerz. I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldero.
I'm the Cadillac.
Hey guys, we truly appreciate all the support and love that you guys have been giving us. We well over 2,300 subscribers currently. And don't forget our merch page, all right, guys, because we're giving away this Devin White signed mini speed helmet for every $5 that you spend in our merch store. And trust me, you get quality products for that. We've got some outstanding T-shirts, some tumblers, hats. All kinds of things that you just once you get a couple of shirts, you're not going to want to wear anything else because they don't shrink.
I don't know if I do wear anything else.
Not anymore. You know. And so every $5 you spend, your name goes in a hat. We got this authenticated signed Devin White Tampa Bay mini speed helmet, and we have a signed Boba Fett Funko Pop by the actor who played Boba Fett. So, guys, if y'all want some of this memorabilia, just, buy some of our products, and we'll see if we can get you out there to it. On this episode,
we're going to do a quick review over the games that just completed, okay? We're going to give some quick highlights of what we liked, what we didn't like, and then we'll move into the upcoming games.
Yep, let's go with it.
All right. So, the Thursday game, the Jets and the Patriots.
We thought that... what we said we thought. Garrett Wilson finally came back alive. Aaron Rodgers got in a groove. We learned Brayden Allen's going to be a thing.
Yes, Brees is still the guy.
Yeah, Brees still the guy. He's going to be a thing. And we learned that
Lazard's number 2.
Yep, he's going to be a red zone threat. He's going to be what we thought Mike Williams was going to be. And on the Patriots side, we learned that if you
have a strong defense, they can't do anything.
They cannot run the ball.
No, Ramondre Stevenson couldn't run it.
I even had faith that he was going to be able to handle the rock against him, and it was not good.
And Jacoby Brissett is not the guy.
Yep, and even your tight end, even those who put stock in those 11 even targets for Hunter Henry, nothing came to fruition. It's up. The Jets may be getting their groove back at the right time.
All right, so we got a second game, New York Giants, Cleveland Browns. It was 21-15 New York.
Yeah, this was it was like one of these teams needs to win desperately. Mm-hmm. The Giants needed it more. The thing I come out of this is Wan'Dale Robinson is a real thing in PPR. Mm-hmm. He's still getting targets. He's getting catches. He's getting yards. It looks like he's putting up 9 to 11 a game is what he's been doing. The best catch I saw all weekend was whenever Malik Neighbors, I thought homeboy had it intercepted. Malik Neighbors went over his back, grabbed it in front of him, and pulled it. Mm-hmm. Dude is a freak.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy.
I bet that dude, everything. Yeah. No.
So on Cleveland's side,
it was. This dude's my dog.
How many times did Deshaun Watson get sacked? 8 times?
And their 2 offensive linemen got hurt.
A running quarterback gets sacked that many times.
And they're hurt.
That boy ain't playing.
No, he's checked out.
Jerome Ford is not. He's going to do the best he can. I think they're waiting on Chubb to come back. He did okay. I think going forward, he's going to struggle.
Singletary might be a stash, and if you need to play him because you're desperate, play him.
He scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
He had a pretty good game. The Giants did pretty good. I'm looking for Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau to come alive. They're too good of defensive ends. I mean, look, they obviously got to Deshaun, but he's hurt. Consistently, that's what they need to be doing.
Right.
And the Giants, I think Daniel Jones, get your head in the right place, and the Giants may be working with something later on down the line.
All right, next
or
game.
We'll just get a new quarterback.
Yeah.
Even better.
Well, they have a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the I think it was the passing yards leader for the Buccaneers all time or something.
Yeah.
No.
Jameis Winston.
Oh, the Browns?
I mean, no, the Browns have a
they have
quarterback.
one.
They have Jameis Winston.
That's not going to be a thing.
He did throw 40 touchdowns and 40 interceptions, but it's 40 touchdowns.
Hey, look, that boy just wants to be equal.
Yeah.
So, next game.
All right, Packers-Titans.
This was a fun game to watch because Malik Willis went into the team that cut him and traded him, and he said, I'm just going to win the game, and he done it. He did it.
And I tell you what, I mean, against the Titans so far this year, I think they did the best with their backup quarterback.
I still run Pollard if you got him. Keep him running.
Yeah, they had a nice thing going with they had a little outside zone, wide zone sweep they were running with Pollard that was working. It was working well. They just went away from it. Will Levis threw that pick six. What are you doing, homie? This dude is a turnover machine. Like he threw it outside immediately to Jair Alexander's side, bro. Hey man, everybody's better than that. Will Levis be better than that? Everybody's better than that. That was garbage. Malik, he was great. Mm-hmm. He was great for what he did. He didn't throw the ball, but a few times ran it. He showed you can do it. But they want Jordan Love back, and he's coming back next week.
Browns Colts. Colts 21, Bears 16.
Yeah.
This just shows Caleb Williams isn't the guy that they're talking about. Not saying he won't ever get better, but
between the two, him and Jaden Daniels looks like a professional football player right now.
Yeah, a lot more talent over there, I think, though, than I know Roman Dunzea there, but that offensive line is a hot mess. DeAndre Swift is the worst football player right now that I'm watching.
Jordan Taylor went off.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor went off. Finally.
Jonathan Taylor.
Anthony Richardson, I can say Anthony Richardson looks like Cam. He looks identical to Cam Newton back there. Big, strong, cannot throw intermediate. Like
I have him in a league, and I'm really thinking about
cutting him or trading him maybe.
Trading him.
Poor Michael Pittman. They got him involved with some passes. He didn't have many yards. I mean, in PPR, he got you something, but it wasn't great. I think
I would rather play Sam Darnold than Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Well, Sam
how
Darnold's
bad
like
he's doing.
a top 5 quarterback right now.
And
all these quarterbacks are doing bad.
Yeah.
Levis, Williams, Richardson.
And we'll talk about it, but that's that's what you get, and you run the ball. You got talent. Give Jonathan Taylor the rock and help your young quarterback out.
Yeah,
that's it.
Next game,
Texans Vikings.
Man,
nobody saw this coming.
Sam
Texans
Darnold,
getting
4
smoked.
touchdowns. Dude's playing the best quarterback. He's the best quarterback right now in the NFL. Well,
Everything is weird.
that's that's Kevin O'Connell. Like everybody was Kirk Cousins, Kevin O'Connell
playing to his strengths.
Yeah,
and plus their offensive line is awesome. He doesn't have any threat.
3-0. Aaron Jones is going off.
And I'm not too worried about the Texans. They'll take this one on the chin and move forward.
Yeah, that Dolphins is good. They have to start getting Tank Dell involved, though. This is
part of it.
No,
I'm loving what they're doing with my boy Nico. I'm loving it.
Yeah, they're throwing up to Nico. CJ Stroud struggled this game, though. And
he's starting to struggle all the games.
Yeah, it's not going real well.
It's not the same guy you saw last year.
No.
So important game next.
Eagles Saints.
Well,
you got to eat crow on this one because I told Kenzie that.
So let me just. Did anybody notice what Dennis Allen is doing? Run, pass. Run, pass. Run, pass. It's all scripted. Every defense is going to know. Run, pass. Run, pass.
I broke down the tape. So this is. I'll tell you exactly what happened. This was just terrible play calling. First 2 games, they ran motion, and you saw defense shifting. You saw the defense shifting towards that motion. They did it this week. And you know what Philadelphia said? With Darius Slay out, with their best cornerback out, they said, we're not moving.
Shifting.
We're putting 6 men in the box. Mm-hmm. Derek Carr beat us with your arm. And you know what?
He couldn't.
He could have. They never let him. They threw 3 passes down the field. Mm-hmm. Terrible. Hey, Olave was eating in the middle. He had 6 for 80-something. Mm-hmm. Did not throw the ball to him. Alvin Kamara had 3 for 41, 3 catches, 41 yards. Zach Bond was on him, wouldn't get him outside in the flats. They would not.
They didn't look deep. They didn't look at for Shaheed.
They threw it deep to Shaheed. Why aren't you running crossing routes? They are not. Hey, you ran the ball 27 times with Kamara for 84 yards. You had 4 turnovers and a block punt. You cannot score more than those points. You deserve to lose.
And Jalen Hurts is going to have to figure it out because I have him in our Dynasty League. Interception, fumble. He's going to have to get better. He's going to do better.
All I can say is right now, everybody's hurt for the Philly, and everybody's kind of hurt for the Saints. That game was like an infirmary. Right. Offensive line were out. Defensive line were out. Wide receivers went out. Like Devontae Smith went out. So next week,
they had to get extra blue 10 out there.
Yeah, next week, as the Saints play and Philadelphia goes on, you got to keep looking at these rosters because this was a hard hitting game. Everybody got hurt in it, and I think you're going to see them kind of go downhill until both teams get healthy.
Another 3-0 team, Steelers Chargers. Steelers 120-10.
Can you believe this?
They got their quarterback.
I mean, we've always believed in Justin Fields. We're like the 3 guys who have 100% believed in him.
Said that he would eventually take that no matter what.
Yeah, he took it.
He got it.
He didn't even let Russ get a chance.
Russ took himself out.
Yep.
So in that game, Najee Harris
hurt. 70 yards, got shoulder. Jalen Warren got hurt. So you got to keep an eye on Cordell Patterson. The Steelers are not. They're doing it the way Steelers do it. Defense, run the ball, and strong
defense.
That defense is awesome, and they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball with Najee. Najee's hurt. Next man up. He got hurt. Cordell Patterson now. He's going to run the ball. You need to go pick him up if you're 0-3, and Fields is going to run the ball.
And the Chargers, no one to speak of really besides J.K. and a bunch of XFL receivers.
They didn't do too much. Quentin Johnson scored, but only had 2 targets. You saw Herbert go out hurt, and that had a lot to do with their game plan going out the window. Keep an eye on Herbert because he's in a boot.
Yep. Carolina Raiders. Carolina 36, Raiders 22. Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket.
Only quarterback.
Did what he's been doing. Every time he gets a chance to play,
he's a great backup. Only
if Thielen's not seriously hurt, he needs to be rostered.
And Deontay Johnson had a game.
Yep, he had 122 yards and a touchdown. 8 receptions.
Let's watch. And if Thielen is hurt, let's watch Leggett for a little bit.
The rookie needs to do something. It was a little surprising. I don't know how sustainable it is. Chuba Hubbard,
21 carries, 114 yards.
Needs to be rostered.
I don't have Zamir White in any leagues, but I've made my peace with it, and he's a nobody.
I am sorry, world. I thought that at one time he was my pick to lead the league in rushing. I apologize to the world. Alexander Madison is obviously taking that job, and we know Alexander Madison is
he can't handle the workload.
Yeah, and not only that, he's not. He's good, not great.
Devontae Adams looks like a shell of himself because he's still good.
He just ain't got nobody throwing.
Week 2 was awesome. Week 2 he did so good. This week it was Carolina came and beat you. What else do you got to say?
They need to start building for the future. They need to go ahead and trade Devontae Adams for some draft picks.
They need to. Antonio Pierce come out, and he went.
I heard the Jets were looking for a wide receiver.
He went off on his team, and it's just. That was bad football, and I'm proud. I'm glad that Carolina won. I'm happy for old Dalton, old Doolin Dalton. But
yeah, he was a Saint at one time. I'm glad. I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him. So.
Seattle, Miami, 24-3.
I mean, it's. I think that's going to be the consensus all through the season until somebody steps in and becomes a decent quarterback.
That's why I've been pushing up. Bring Tannehill back in. I mean, at least he knows the scheme. At least he knows that.
He can run too. He's always been able to run.
So I mean, Miami players,
all the talent in the world, but if you ain't got a quarterback, you might as well,
Yep.
I can have a car, but without a motor, it's sitting underneath the
DK did
tree.
Okay. He got 4 receptions for 104 yards.
I think that's becoming something.
Geno's becoming something.
Yep.
Geno's becoming something.
And he's probably sitting on everybody's waiver wire.
He was one of our waiver wire pickups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, All right, Ravens Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Ravens won. I thought that the Cowboys are in turmoil. Dak and CD are fighting. CD only had 66 yards. He didn't have a lot of carries. A lot of catches. And then he got mad. I don't blame Dak.
You could read his lips. Throw me the ball.
Throw me the ball. And, don't fumble on the 2-yard line, homie. Don't fumble on the 2-yard line. You probably get the ball.
Dallas is going to fall apart.
Dallas is falling apart. They only ran the ball 11 times. How in the National Football League do you only run the ball 11 times?
Maybe they just need to all get together, do some kumbaya, some s'mores.
I think the Ravens were the exact opposite. They might have thrown the ball 11 times.
Yeah, and that's what they do. That's look that AFC North. That AFC North has always been a bruiser league, and the teams that are not running the ball efficiently are the teams that are losing. The Bengals and the Browns.
I loved watching Derrick Henry, the guy who wanted to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
Run all over Dallas.
Yep, it was fun. And then Jerry Jones saying I couldn't afford him.
Yep.
Bro, you're Jerry Jones. You can afford whatever you want.
Cardinals Lions.
Oh, well, this was fun to watch, and it was what we thought it was going to be. What I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be Dave Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. Hey, that was the coolest play, the old hook and ladder they got. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, that was fun to watch.
Yeah, you can play both those guys most of the time.
I have to play them both. They're going to
put Montgomery in your flex and you're good.
One of them's going to get. They're both going to get in the end zone. That hook and ladder play was fun, wasn't it?
Man,
God,
Montgomery got 23 carries on 105 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
St. Brown got a touchdown finally.
Oh yeah, that was a fun game. And
must have not been any defenders around him.
No.
Marvin Harrison Jr. had a good game.
Yeah.
Kyler, Trey McBride got hurt. Keep an eye on him. Concussion. Tight ends are we can't really depend on any of them this year. But going forward, this game, it's coming up week. Trey McBride may not play.
Rams, 49ers. Rams win.
Yeah. Shootout, like we said.
I think there was a podcast like 2 back when I said I want to watch the Rams run all over the 49ers.
Oh, they didn't run, but yeah.
No, they didn't, but they won.
They won. Yeah.
Kyrie Williams got some work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
49ers are in trouble if they can't figure out who their number one receiver. Ayuk is the problem right now.
Yeah, he missed all that time, and they want to blame it on that, but I think the game plan was take him out, and Jawan Jennings showed that he's better than everybody thought.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
I think Christian McCaffrey, the news was he went to Germany to see a specialist about the
Achilles tendonitis,
and until I see some clarification. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back this year.
Man.
If you're going to Germany to see a specialist. Yeah. Good news for the 49ers is none of those guys are on the IR. Debo's not on the IR. Kittle's not on the IR, so they don't think they're going to be out 4 games. They think they come back sooner. So that's good news for Ayuk. Good news for Purdy. Good news for the 49ers.
Debo's going to get some work in the backfield for catching the ball. So when he comes back, yeah.
Rams receivers, Tutu Atwell.
I like DeMarcus Robinson, but I think you're right. I think Tutu Atwell's the guy.
He had the game. He had 175 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Kind of got to watch and see. Let's watch this next game and see what happens.
Yeah.
Kind of with Chad on this one.
You think it's Tutu?
Well, pre-Puka, when Cup got hurt,
it was Tutu.
Yeah, it was Tutu. So,
Falcons versus Kansas City Chiefs and the referees.
Yeah, once again,
22-17.
Once again, then the 2. Looks like Kansas City walked away with another one. I'm glad as a Saints fan.
Carson Steele got 17 carries, 72 yards.
72 yards. That's good.
Rasheed Rice is doing good.
Rasheed Rice is going off. Rasheed Rice is doing Rasheed Rice things. Mm-hmm. Kelsey's struggling, like most tight ends.
Right. Falcons side of it, Bijan is an absolute beast. Drake London's doing fine. Darnell Mooney is the guy who came on. Pitts is not a thing.
Second in targets.
Mooney is the thing.
What we thought Pitts was going to be, Darnell Mooney's becoming.
Yep.
Second in targets. And I just thought one of the funnest things I did see was the blitzing linebacker came on the side, and Bijan just destroyed him. It was this dude he's a different.
He's not a little fella.
He is different. Don't
like a little battering ram.
Yeah, don't think you're going in the backfield and you're not going to get destroyed if Bijan's back there. So
2 Monday games. Buffalo absolutely destroyed Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's a hot mess.
So I'm going to go ahead and say Buffalo's going to win the Super Bowl, man. I thought it was going to be the Jets.
I still think it's going to be the Jets. I still think they're coming working up. I can't go back on
Buffalo's
that.
working towards it, though.
Buffalo, man, I don't know where their weakness is.
They always, in the playoffs, they always falter. Josh Allen's
They're
going
like
to be.
Dallas, huh?
I think Josh Allen's going to be MVP, though.
Jacksonville,
You think he gets the Madden cover?
I hope not.
I still. Oh yeah, I don't.
Hey, conspiracy theory.
CMC, look where I'm sitting right now.
Yep.
Conspiracy
Theory. This was brought up by one Mr. Shout out Chase Michelle. Keon Coleman, first quarter, got out on the bench.
Yep.
They said go sit down
because he was late.
But
he had issues in college.
Hey, the Sharps. What was it? The over/under 20 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden he goes in, 21-yard touchdown. Hey,
Got it.
He was on the bench.
So
the over/under for the Sharps on him, receiving yards and a touchdown.
So he's the reason they tried to bench him out of the.
Hey,
man.
Chase Michelle called it out. Look it up.
Wow.
It's the truth. Way to go, Chase. Hey, Michelle, we're gonna get you on the show. So true. I love that take you had earlier this morning about it.
The best running back pick I had all the drafts so far has shown to be James Cook and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, and what Khalil Shakir's boom or bust, but man, he went off. Dude, week one he did consistently good. Yesterday he did good. It's a matter of time before he is just seven.
I play him the same way I play Rashee Rice. I put him in there and I don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I was doing that. What I got out of Rashid Shaheed, which was 0.
Mm-hmm.
I started looking on my boomer bust picks and got a little nervous. But what's not talking? Jacksonville's a hot. Trevor Lawrence ain't won a game since Thanksgiving. ETN's about the only thing I see over there. They tried to feed Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk's not a thing. That Jacksonville's not a thing.
I've already cut Christian Kirk across the board.
Smart. And the funnest game to watch, the Redskins.
That's it. So
that's Commanders.
Yeah, excuse me, the Commanders. I apologize. Change your name back.
And the Bengals. Commanders win.
Yeah, they won. They beat LSU Heisman Trophy winners going against each other, and that was
new against old.
Yep.
And I heard a bunch of people on like TV and all these sports shows blaming Joe Burrow for the loss. It's Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's not fun. It's not. You put up 33 points, you're supposed to win. And the Bengals put up 33 points. Dude, he did what he could where he was at. That defense is so bad.
Defense is terrible.
That Bengals defense. Whoever is playing against the Bengals defense all year, Hey, look, Scary Terry, week 1 didn't do nothing. Week 2 didn't do nothing. Week 3, dude looked like he did in Ohio State. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Jaden Daniels is an easy put him in your lineup and just let him roll.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So
same with Brian Robinson. Let him roll.
And the Noah Brown thing. Noah Brown's becoming a thing in Washington. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So keep your eye on that for the waiver wire.
And we're hopefully Eckler. Hopefully he's all right.
Hopefully Eckler's all right. Yeah.
I loved watching, even though it got called back. That dude looked like he did 3 years ago.
Hey, we were in a group chat and somebody said that's Austin Eckler from 2020. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, he looks good. So what do we have on the slate coming up?
We got the Cowboys-Giants Thursday night game.
Cowboys better hope they win.
I think the Cowboys have their opportunity to pick themselves off the floor and hopefully fight back.
Do they run the ball more than 11 times this game?
They're going to have to.
And who gets the ball? Because if you got Zeke, drop him.
I think it's Dowdle. I think Dowdle has pulled himself ahead by a little bit. He deserves to be at least watched on the waiver wire.
You can go down Dallas, and it plays like a soap opera. Is CD and Dak going to make up? Who's going to be the running back? Is Cooks or Tolbert number 2? So many question marks.
Micah Parsons is mad at the defense.
Yeah, like so many question marks. I can't afford Derrick Henry.
But dude, you got $25 million. You got $25 million in cap space.
Yeah.
You didn't want Derrick Henry. You thought he was washed up, and he pushed your players around like they wasn't nothing.
And Jones, come on, man, get it to just be decent, dude. Malik Neighbors is bailing you out. Be decent. Singletary they're playing. Yeah. At least they're playing. Wan'Dale Robinson is getting targets, and he's like
Malik Neighbors is a house.
Dude, that catch.
23 receptions, 271 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
He went over his head and said, "My ball, dude."
Most ever by a rookie receiver.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, and
but that's to be expected of him. He's got the talent, man. That dude is so talented.
Imagine if he had a better quarterback.
Yeah, just think if he went to Kansas City or somewhere.
don't be surprised if New York pulls this off because Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Byrne. And like I said, Dallas has 2 rookies on that offensive line. The center, who calls protection, and I believe it's the left guard. You're going against 2 of the best pass rushers in the league. They may eat. They may just eat. And
I look, out of all the players, I look for Ferguson to have a big game. For Dallas. Ferguson.
He did. Yeah. He had a decent game Sunday, so you're right.
I think he's going to be the guy this time, too.
Yeah.
Because Dak is going to have to dump the ball.
And him and CD, they're gonna hug and they're gonna make up. They have to.
I mean, they're
CD,
making the most money on the team. I mean, that doesn't look
2 of the highest payers in the NFL, and they're fighting.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You play CD, obviously.
Do you remember when Tom Brady used to not take raises and all these big elaborate, just so he could have people come on the team
good
that help him win?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
We don't do that.
What happened to earning your paycheck?
What we do is we get a paycheck. We work hard the year before, and we show them we can catch balls and run fast. We sign that little that ticket, and then we quit doing everything.
Yeah,
like Deshaun Watson,
just like Deshaun Watson.
Yep, and he was under investigation too. So underneath investigation again.
Next game.
Yep.
All right, Sunday, Saints Falcons.
That's going to be a tough one, man.
Wait.
In
Atlanta.
I don't like that part. I think the Saints and Atlanta usually split. The Saints are hurt. You lost your center. He's out for 8 weeks. Cesar Ruiz come out for a little bit. They put in the backup, Uda, and they've had Paul back there.
The Saints really need Taysom Hill back.
He's coming back.
So
he's the change of pace.
He's the guy that spices it up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Saints, look at your matchups. Hey, look, if you are running misdirection, and nobody's following you, go out and beat them one-on-one. Mm-hmm. Like, Philadelphia, you should have won that game. You had Olave against the backup. He ate 6 for 84. Keep throwing him the ball. You got the best running back in the league right now. Alvin Kamara, through the first 2 weeks, was the best running back in the league.
That's right.
Throw him the ball more times than 4 times.
Yep. Yeah.
Throw him the ball. So I do think you got to start Shaheed, Olave, Kamara. I don't touch Carr.
There you go.
Atlanta, you're starting Bijan.
You're starting Drake London.
And if in deeper leagues, you maybe play Mooney.
Yeah.
But I don't play him in 10-team, 12-team leagues. I don't play him in that.
I'm not playing Kirk Cousins against the Saints defense.
No, I'm not playing anybody at Saints defense
right
now.
Who's the winner?
I think Atlanta beats them at home by 3.
Saints by 6.
I hope so.
Saints by 3.
Okay.
It's going to be so close, man. It's going to be a nerve-wracker.
They usually split, and that's what I'm going for.
All right. Coming up, we got Rams-Bears. I see the Rams still on pace, even with their injuries, and the Bears still can't pick it up.
This is a dart.
So Chicago's giving up 2.5. I say Rams beat them by 10.
The defense is so porous.
Yeah, so just because their defense is so bad, I'm not saying DeAndre Swift's going to do anything.
No.
Cole Kmet will have his second game where he's going to show out a little bit, and I think DJ Moore, not Ozuna. DJ Moore is going to have a game.
Yeah. Okay. I think you need to go ahead and you need to cut DeAndre Swift. And you better go pick up Roshan Johnson or Khalil Hebert. Khalil Hebert's been getting... If you're in the standard league, you might look at Khalil Hebert more than Roshan Johnson because of red zone touches that he got last week. That's what I think. I think the Rams, it's Tutu Atwell. It's obviously you're going to start Kieran Williams.
Yeah, he's going to be the leader.
And then Godspeed to you. I think Chicago wins it by 3 because they're going to run the ball.
Rams.
Rams
all day.
Can I say a 0-0 tie?
It might happen. It's going to happen.
I think the Bears win, and I think it's going to be DJ Moore or Cole Kmet that's going to do it.
The Rams, the secondary is so porous. Like somebody's going to.
It's going to be the lowest scoring game of the week, probably.
I think somebody, if they throw the ball, if Caleb Williams, if you find some kind of semblance, you can do it against this Rams defense. So,
all right. Up is Vikings Packers.
Now
this is going to be the game of the week.
Jordan Love might be back. If he's back,
he should be coming back.
Makes a big difference.
And if he does, you got to start putting stock back into Reed. You got to start putting stock back in Christian Watson.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to look at the two running backs.
The tight ends.
I don't know which tight end. I don't even touch them because I don't know if you want. Kraft maybe is probably the better one, but I don't know if you touch. You've got Dontavian. Their fourth receiver is better than a lot of teams' second.
Right, you're right.
And so like I love this young Green Bay team. I hate that I like them. And against the 3-0 Vikings with the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
One heck of a defense, man.
Yes.
Their defense is killing it.
Killing it, man.
You got the best wide receiver in the league, Justin Jefferson. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. It don't matter who's guarding him or how many they are. Get him the ball.
If I was the coach of Green Bay, I might just go ahead and let Jordan Love sit one more time because we don't need him to get destroyed by this Vikings defense and be out the rest of the season.
And the only problem is it's a division game. They're in divisions. This is an NFC North game, and there's too much on the line. I'm going to go with this.
Man, Vikings 3-0.
Yeah. Jordan Addison may be back for this game, too.
That's going to make a difference.
Yeah. So I think you're starting to see.
When does TJ come back?
TJ Hawkinson week 8, week 9, because that torn ACL late in the season.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's going to be something. They may have Justin Jefferson, then they may have Addison, and then they got Naylor, and then they're going to have Hawkinson right before the playoffs come in.
Wow.
And Aaron Jones, you got to play Aaron Jones. The dude looks like he's 8 years younger.
Yep. I like it.
So who's winning?
Vikings.
I think Vikings are winning too.
Okay. I'll take the Vikings too.
Yep.
All right.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game, especially if Jordan Love plays.
I do too. I think I think Justin Jefferson, and I play Reed over Watson in this game.
35-27.
Yeah, maybe that.
Wow. 35-28.
Like it. Steelers Colts.
Well,
I think Steelers take it.
It's just going to be who runs the ball more.
Steelers take it because of their defense, nothing else.
Yeah, both running backs are hurt.
Well, I'm not even counting the Steelers defense. I'm counting the fact that Anthony Richardson can't hit the side of the
He cannot.
He is. He's just turning the ball over.
You made the perfect analogy. I mean, he is Cam Newton.
He looks like Cam Newton. He looks like Cam Newton all over again.
And I drafted him. Boy, I wish I did.
And I thought he'd be running the ball all over the place and not even doing that. When he did, he takes it, does these weird pitches.
The only thing I think saves him is Jonathan Taylor.
Yep. And Steelers running backs are hurt. It's a committee, and then it's going to be – I don't sleep on Cordell Patterson because I know Cordell Patterson is good. Mm-hmm. But you just don't –
He's proved his worth many, many, many times.
Yeah. If those other two don't play, I think you're going to see you can see both quarterbacks run for a lot of yards. I think you're going to see both running backs run for a lot of yards. Pickens, you're going to get maybe a clutch third down here and there. I don't think you see a touchdown.
Josh Downs,
I don't think is a thing anymore. I mean, I don't.
Pittman's not a thing.
I know Pittman ain't a thing.
So yeah, I say Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers
by 10.
That's because the fact that our defense is just better.
Way better.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Broncos Jets. I think this is another resurgent from the Jets.
I think so. Broncos are going to come back down to earth.
Yeah.
And they're going to get walked on.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Bo Nix had a nice game. It was fun to watch that. You're seeing the lack of talent though show up like
Javonte Williams. You can go ahead and unroster him.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier. Like Joel McLaughlin caught the touchdown in right there, and they got the other
but
kid.
He didn't do anything other than that.
But Beatty did.
Yes.
And these are
so they did correct. His name is not Beatty. It's Bidet.
Bidet. Excuse me. Bidet.
Yeah. Like
the undercarriage.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to go, especially in deep league, but you might want to go store this kid on the bench.
If you're putting any Bronco on your team, it's going to be to your own detriment. So remember, I said that.
They just passed him. Little John, what was it?
I had Cordell Sutton, and I was like, you know what? Cortland Sutton. I was like,
Yep.
I don't know why I have him, so I dropped him and picked up Braylon Allen.
It's just like the Saint. It's the Saints light, but it's not the good Saints. It's like the little Jordan Humphreys, and like little Jordan Humphreys had a decent game, but he's a practice squad player.
Yep.
All right, so we're thinking Jets by
17.
Jets by 21.
Well, doesn't matter. If it gets that high, you might. If you got a handcuff, if you got the Breece Hall Allen handcuff, they might pull Breece. Start running Allen.
Yeah, and I think you this is where you see Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
They can jump out to a 17, 21 point lead by halftime.
Tyler Conklin became a thing. Garrett Wilson finally got off the schneid. He loves what's his name in the red zone. Mike Williams is going to become a thing.
Now the only thing that is good about the Broncos is their defense is pretty decent. So they got the best cornerback in the league.
Patrick Surtain. Have you seen some of the debate where they've said, well, it's been a lot of penalties that they've been called back and all that. Hey man, statistically, this dude is a dog. He shut he shut Mike Evans down. Mm-hmm. Mike Evans got shut down
completely.
Yep. So
that's an easy one.
That's Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin scored. Yep. Yeah. Chris Godwin was the number one fantasy wide receiver going into week 3.
Okay. That's the easiest game to call for the week for me.
Yep.
All right. Eagles Buccaneers.
The Bucs, I think, come back and win this. The Eagles are hurt. Lane Johnson got hurt for the Eagles in that Saints game. They lost another offensive lineman.
Buccaneers are playing lights out.
Devontae Smith got a concussion.
You just think there's too much loss and not enough gain.
Yeah, I know.
And they're playing in Tampa.
Yeah,
man, it's gonna.
I'm going Tampa.
I'm going Tampa.
And the Eagles are going to have to start looking at themselves seriously and how do they fix their defensive backfield.
Hurts has had a fumble, got recovered by the Saints.
Interception.
2 fourth down. The Saints got him. Saints should have blew them out. I don't know why New Orleans didn't exploit those matchups. He threw an interception in the red zone, in the end zone. He's turning the ball over. There's not consistency and they come out with a win, but the Eagles are really struggling right now.
I usually have Mike Evans year after year after year. I don't have him this year. I looked for him. I couldn't get him. This is the game right here. He could potentially have 2 touchdowns because he's the downfield threat, and the Eagles' defensive weakness is their cornerback.
And everybody, I know statistically you look at what Saquon did, and you're like, wow, most of that came on one play. Mm-hmm. The Saints had him bottled up. What happened was the Saints tried to run the ball as much as the Eagles did, and it was the same effect. And the second quarter, the Eagles had the ball for 11 minutes. The Saints had the ball for 4 minutes. By the fourth quarter, when all that happened, the Saints' defense was exhausted. Mm-hmm. If the offense would have given them anything, that game, it should have been a blowout from the beginning, but if they offense would have given them anything, the Saints would be 3-0 right now. So, and I think they go into Tampa and they struggle, and I think Tampa wins by 13.
Tampa's going to win by 10. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Next one up, Bengals Panthers.
I love the Andy Dalton Panthers, man.
Yeah, I root for him because he's a former Saint. I don't. That's a Bengals defense, so I don't. Start Deontay Johnson. Gotcha. Start Chuba Hubbard.
If Adam Thielen's playing, start him.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if they were going to get Cincinnati, the number one running back, number one wide receiver, I start him.
Oh, Chuba's got to run.
Yeah. So I mean that Bengals defense is porous.
I think it'll be a close game. I think it's going to be a 3-7.
Oh, I think
I'm talking about the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
3 points or 7 point difference.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think it's a chance for the Bengals to get their life back.
27, 21, 27.
But yeah, with Andy Dalton, I think it's a shootout.
I think it's gonna be a shootout. And I think both quarterbacks have 300 yards passing.
Ooh.
I think that
big numbers.
Andy Dalton's proved he can do it many times.
Yeah, I've seen both of these defenses play, and I'm like, oh my god, just play 7-on-7, y'all. Mm-hmm. Just take the linemen off the field. So I am gonna go Bengals by 3.
Play T. Higgins.
Play T.
Higgins. Yeah, he should have had that. He should have had that touchdown, that 2-point conversion. That was pass interference. Do you play Isavizas? Why can't I never say his name?
Yosevas.
I can't say it.
I'm not too concerned with him.
You play him?
If I absolutely had nothing else, I would play him.
He's had 3 touchdowns in 3 games. I don't like.
He's 100% touchdown dependent.
Yeah, that's the way Jalen Naylor is for me. And it's like, which one do you trust?
So you could have 8 points because of the throw and the.
I'll tell you this much.
Or you can have 0.
Hey, just a simple question, right? Like, we drafted and we're looking. I play Jalen Naylor over George Pickens.
Yes.
Yeah, and then so
that's quarterback play 100%.
Yeah, so I go into that like, give me a bad defense and a Joe Burrow third receiver who's consistently caught touchdowns over a number 1 in that game where it's just going to be running.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Look at your matchups.
Okay. Going into the next one, Jaguars, Texans.
Texans resurgence.
Win, blow them out.
I think
Houston's giving up 7 at home.
They're gonna have to prove that was a fluke, man. It's gonna be. They might throw 40-something points up.
Yeah,
I think so. I think C.J. Stroud comes back. Joe Mixon should be back this week. I think.
Yep.
Nico Collins gets his value.
Tank Dell's questionable. He's still in the 50s as far as a wide receiver goes. It's just terrible numbers.
He's just outshined by everybody.
Love Nico. Love him.
Yeah. So
I have him in every league. Love him.
I don't think it's time to cut Tank Dell, but I don't play him. I'm not putting him in my roster until.
Do you put Stephon Diggs in there?
Of course.
He's touchdown. He's like the same way as he's so touchdown efficient. Like,
in order for him to throw that many points up, it has to be more than just 1 or 2 players. It's going to have to be somebody else who's going to show up.
Yeah, that's
Dalton Schultz.
He may.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be.
I think Joe Mixon gets a lot of work this week.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. And you start ETN. You don't know if Evan Ingram's coming back. Strange. He's the one who caught the touchdown, but yeah, I ain't starting him. I'm not touching any.
I'm not
tight
starting
end
any
over.
of the receivers against that Texans defense.
Look, I drafted him. I think he was going to be something. I cut him. I don't touch Jacksonville right now.
Nope.
Gotcha.
No. Agreed.
So,
Yep.
everybody consensus, Houston win.
Yep.
Big.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, Commanders, Cardinals.
Okay.
It's going to be a shootout.
It's going to be a run out.
Yeah.
These quarterbacks are going to run.
And you
Jaden
got
Daniels and Kyler Murray goes in the slot for a win and like put him in their
Man,
QB
both
spot.
these running backs could have 100 yards.
Yeah, James Conner. I think you play Scary Terry after that game.
Marvin Harrison.
Yo, definitely. That Marvin Harrison's becoming a thing now. Thank God.
Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson Jr. is
gotta
becoming,
play.
and Eckler probably may be out, so you don't have his backup.
Brian Robinson's going to be super.
Yep.
I'm playing Jaden Daniels in 1 league, and I'm playing Kyler in 2. Because I think they're both going to. They could both have 80 to 100 yards as quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun game to watch. I think.
That's the one I'm going to focus on.
I do think Arizona's going to win this game.
Okay.
I think Commanders win.
What about Trey McBride's status? Hey, Trey McBride had a concussion. He left last week. Keep an eye on that coming up.
Jaden Daniels looks so comfortable. He looks like a 3-year vet back there.
And hey, listen, if you don't have McBride, Zach Ertz is available everywhere, and Jaden Daniels is throwing him the ball. All your fantasy questions and answers might be in this game.
I have no problem playing Jaden Daniels this week.
And like we said, Noah Brown is becoming a thing in Washington. So
Okay. So you're saying Cardinals?
I'm saying Cardinals, yeah.
Commanders by 3.
Commanders by 3. Commanders by 7.
Okay.
All right, going to the next one, Patriots, 49ers. I think this is the 49ers'
Does Drake play quarterback?
best opportunity.
No.
They pulled Brissett.
They're not. They're going Brissett. They're still competing until they can't. It's going to be what they want it to be. It's going to be Ramondre Stevenson running defense. Ramondre Stevenson running defense.
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry might come back to life in this game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's someone to look at for this game.
I play him. I play Hunter Henry in this game.
Okay.
The tight end pool is so small, man. Hunter Henry has to be.
You don't know, and everybody's so inconsistent. At least you know you're going to get some targets.
If you're not sure Trey McBride's coming back, go ahead and roster Hunter Henry.
Yeah,
this week.
why not? Yep. I mean, you know, and who you got on the other side?
Man, I don't know.
Who they got going? They're playing.
Hold on one second.
Yep.
All right, what are you saying? 49ers?
Yeah.
So, Juwan Jennings.
I don't know if he has the game he did last week.
I'm trying to think.
172 yards and 3 touchdowns. My God, against this Patriots defense, I don't see it happening.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Ayuk is struggling.
Ayuk has to come back on this one somehow. But I think, and this is going to sound nuts, but I think they find a way to use check in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, they got to do something.
I don't think that's nuts. I mean, they've done that before.
Playing him out of the backfield in the red zone, they're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
If I'm 3-0 in 3 weeks, 2-1 in 2 weeks, I'm not cutting some of my bench players that I consistently like for Juwan Jennings. If you're 1-2, you don't feel good, and you just need a win,
Juwan Jennings.
go get him. Go get him and play him.
It doesn't make me feel good, so I'm not going to do it.
But you're obviously struggling somewhere, and
I have pretty much the same roster in all 5 leagues.
It's just not.
Just the one that I have CMC in, I'm in second to last.
Yeah. You know, it's just not sustainable. You just know for the long run, it's not sustainable because we've highlighted it more than a couple times. None of those Kittle's not on the IR, Debo's not on the IR, so sooner or later they're coming back. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Next.
All right, winner is 49ers, Bob.
New England by 3.
By 10.
I think they run the ball on them.
I like his.
I think it's by 10.
49ers win.
People are already talking about Brock Purdy, negatively.
Yeah.
I think he's better than that. So
Right, that system. He runs that system well. It just they don't have nobody.
Right.
It just hurt.
Okay. Browns, Raiders.
this is going to sound nuts. The Raiders win by 3.
I'm with you.
Everything's so bad. Please, I don't know.
Brock Bowers has 1 touchdown, if not 2.
Get him the ball.
They got to get him. He's their weapon. It's not Zamir
Get
White.
me Zamir White. Get me him involved.
He
Get
is
me
done.
something.
Close the door.
Gosh, he's so bad.
I'm on to say Gardner Minshew turns into Sam Darnold 2.0.
Antonio Pierce went off, and you're wondering if there's about to be an Aiden O'Connell sighting.
He came in for a little while.
Yeah, you're about to
and he
see-
threw a touchdown.
So they need a spark over there. They need a spark. They're not getting it. If this is what they're going to do, get rid of Devontae Adams. I don't know what they're building over there. I was excited about it.
There are so many bad teams this year that it's a toss up for the first pick. It's a toss up.
Yep.
You're going to have to trade Devontae Adams to try to lock up that first pick with a bad team, just so you can double your chances of getting that first pick. For Ewers or for whoever.
I'm going to be flipping between this game and reruns of Golden Girls. And I'm going to be more entertained by the reruns of Golden Girls. I want to know what happened in St. Olaf before I want to watch
The Browns, Raiders.
Watson throw the ball and Zamir White fall for 2 yards.
Watson gets sacked probably 7 times.
So we're saying it's going to be a low scoring game.
Oh
man, it's going to be low scoring, but I think
it's going to be low interest.
I think Bowers gets a touchdown.
That's the only thing you bet on.
That's it.
And if Aiden O'Connell's throwing the ball, Jacoby Myers or Devontae Adams will have a touchdown.
You gotta play Devontae Adams,
All right,
right?
so who's the winner?
Raiders.
Raiders. Do you play Jerome Ford?
Yes.
No.
No. Do you play Amari Cooper?
Yes.
No.
See, like we're supposed to give advice. Nobody can give advice.
You got to think about the
Look
Raiders
at the
defense.
second-gen statistics.
I would play Jerry Jeudy before I play Amari Cooper in this one.
Yeah, look at the next gen statistics. Like both defenses, you should be able to play, but everybody's so bad.
That's it.
You know.
Now I am going to play the Raiders defense. Because I pick them up against according to who they're playing against.
They're playing. Yeah, Yeah, like.
And I just hope Deshaun Watson throws some interceptions and gets sacked 27 times.
Which completely is probably going to happen.
Right.
So I think the Raiders win. I think the Raiders win
Man,
by
that
3.
is so you sound so disappointed.
But I don't care because I'm going to be watching the Golden Girls. Who scheduled this
How about
game?
this? Watch this game. Chiefs-Chargers.
That will be.
I think the Chargers get smoked.
They're going to.
I don't think so, man. Is Herbert playing right now? He's in a walking boot.
No, he don't play.
We don't. You don't know. I don't know.
I'm not
just saying, I
I'm
think
not
he
really
will.
concerned. Tyler Heineke's a good backup, man.
Because Quentin Johnson's becoming a thing. Glad McConkey was clutch in a couple third down situations.
I mean, you got the number 1 running back in the NFL right
J.K.
now.
Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins.
Give him the ball.
You could probably play both of these running backs in this game.
Keep the NFL golden child off the field.
Run.
Run.
Rasheed
Till
Rice.
Daddy takes the T-Bird away.
Rasheed Rice never. I don't even worry. I put him in there, and I don't even worry about him. I let him ride.
Xavier Worthy.
No.
Travis Kelce.
No.
Steele. Do you start Steele? He was running the ball, but he didn't have a touchdown. And he's somewhat, if you're going to run the ball like that, 17 yards, 73 yards, what do you have, 17 carries, 73 yards? You need a touchdown.
That's what 5.3 or something.
Oh, great
So he's-
average.
That's good. That's average.
Yeah.
But you only get 7.3 yards
So-
if you're playing 1 point?
I'm good with playing him if you have to. If you don't have anything else, I'm good with playing him.
I don't.
Do you play Steele over Bucky Irving, even though he's not the
No,
number?
I play Bucky Irving.
I play
I think
him too.
Bucky Irving's taking that job.
I play Bucky Irving easily on my flex.
Bucky Irving looks better than him by far too, and it's a better. It's not a better offense, but it's a better situation.
Right.
Yeah. So
So Chargers win.
no, I'm not going that far. The NFL will make sure
They will
the
make sure
Chiefs
that
win.
the Chiefs win. I'll probably. It's Taylor Swift missed the last game, so we'll have a 25 sightings of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And I'm just so over. I'm over it, man. So if I didn't like the Kansas City Chiefs before, I really don't like them now.
Right.
My favorite player for the Chiefs, Pacheco, is hurt.
Yeah,
so
he's
I'm
my-
not even interested. Like, I'm just aggravated now. You couldn't even protect the best thing you had. The best thing I was interested in about you. I love the homie. I used to love my homie. But he's getting so baby now.
I mean, do you see him? He'll just point and then be throw the flag. He
And at
points.
one point, like
He's LeBron James of the NFL.
when
you
the
go.
Chiefs jumped up in that draft and took him over to the Saints, I cried for 2 hours. I love this kid.
You're
I
an
love him
emotional
coming
guy.
out of Texas
You're an
Tech.
emotional guy.
I am, dude. I'm sensitive, and my shaving cream proves it. I loved him coming out. But now they just gift everything to him.
I know. It's ridiculous. So there's no way you can.
I
I can't say the Chargers will be the ones to.
no,
So
the
Chiefs
Chargers
win.
won. Chiefs win.
Chiefs
Yep.
win.
The
Chiefs
line,
win big.
The line is 8.5.
17.
I start Rasheed. You're obviously going to start Travis Kelce. You're obviously going to play Mahomes. They're not having great years, either one of them. But they
J.K.
keep winning.
Dobbins is the only one.
J.K. Dobbins, you're going to play. I may take a flyer on Quentin Johnson.
Nah, I don't think so. Not this game.
Yeah. I like. He was raw. He was great, but he was raw at a tease. And now it's kind of coming together. And he's got help with Lad McConkey. I'm liking Johnson more and more the more I watch him. Even though he only had two receptions last week. Very efficient. So
All right. The late game. Bills Ravens
Josh Allen.
at Baltimore.
Yeah,
I'm
Josh.
not worried about that.
Yeah, Josh Allen wishes he was as good as Lamar Jackson.
Do what?
Well, he
Excuse me?
wishes he was as good as Lamar Jackson.
I think all players in the NFL wish they were
As good as Lamar Jackson. I agree
good
completely.
as
Even Mahomes.
somebody other than Lamar Jackson.
They all want to be Lamar Jackson. He's great, man. Lamar
Boy,
Jackson's so good.
If Josh Allen outperforms, we're gonna get so many comments on that.
Yeah.
You're not.
That's so
He's
terrible.
not going to outperform.
I
Here's the
think he
thing
does.
is, I am not a Lamar Jackson fan.
You know I'm not. I trade him to you every year because he does nothing.
we
I
ain't
think he's the
doing
best
nothing.
player in the NFL. I think he's good.
Chad has a facade. It just he's in love with this guy.
Yeah, it's not necessarily for fantasy football. You just think athletically.
Yeah, not fantasy. I know fantasy football wise, you know you're going to get him. He's going to be the fourth best quarterback, fourth to eighth best quarterback, right?
He's gonna get all his points in one game, and that's it.
He's amazing. And you're going to start seeing him. You're going to start seeing
That
it.
boy
Hey,
come out with some shoes, you'd be wearing.
I would. Oh, I'd go buy Lamar Jackson shoes.
Let me tell you.
That's why I'm growing my hair out to braid it just like him.
Derrick Henry has a better game, or James Cook?
James Cook.
James Cook.
Yeah, because he catches the ball.
Yeah.
It ain't just that though. I think James Cook just gets it better.
Do they get my boy more involved?
Which one?
Zay Flowers. I mean,
They need to.
He can be a league winner.
Yeah.
If they would just throw him the ball.
Yeah, they didn't have to open it up last game, and if you don't have to, you're not going to.
Right.
And this game, they're going to have to.
When I saw Bateman get a touchdown, I was like, man, that's
yeah. They're going to have to. This game, they're going to have to open it up a little bit, and you can see Lamar Jackson running. You can see him scrambling.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be Raven football again.
And you're going to see Josh Allen running. You're going to see him scrambling. And it's going to be fun football again.
It's going to be fun. It's
football.
going to be a fun game, and the Ravens win by 7.
All right. Go on.
Bills win by 7.
I'm a Bills.
They should win. The Bills should win, but I think the Ravens.
Titans, Dolphins at Miami.
Titans, Dolphins.
Gosh.
Will Levis gets a win.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And it's 100% because of Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
This is going to be a terrible game to watch. Thank God it starts at 6:30 and the next one starts at 7:15.
When Will Levis throws, man,
So if Will Levis went to a
Lamar Jackson
quarterback
camp,
like a Canales or a quarterback guru, he's got the talent, he's got the arm talent, he's
he's number one.
He's just
pick.
making
He was
terrible decisions.
A terrible decision. You don't throw that out to Jair Alexander. You don't do that. You don't flop the ball over here
when you have the game won.
Sack. Take the sack.
There was no desperation at all.
that's experience.
So
Boy learning.
Levis, they need to bring someone in that's a guru.
Yeah, and he's the whisperer.
Yeah. But yeah, they will win. Pollard's 100% a play.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley's a play for me.
Tyreek.
I never take him out.
I don't take him out. You can't. You can't take him out.
Waddle is not a play.
Even if he only had 66 yards last game, right? Mm-hmm. But you can't at any point he can take it to the house.
That's it.
Is D-Hop a play?
D-Hop's a play.
Yeah. No. I don't think so.
The Titans defense a play?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Against this quarterback.
As soon as they stop A-Chain, it's over.
You're going to play a chain. You're going to play Hill. I don't play Waddle. And on the other side, you play Pollard.
Calvin Ridley.
And you play Ridley.
I'm playing him.
I'm playing Ridley.
I think Ridley goes.
I don't play D-Hop. Just the age and the bracket coverage. They're like, beat me. Levis beat me. And that's all you have to do right now.
I want this quarterbacks I want so bad to like, and I want to like Will Levis.
I want him to. Kentucky.
I want to like Daniel Jones.
I love Daniel. I want to love Daniel Jones. I want to cradle him like a baby. Come here, man. I got you.
So who's the winner? I mean, how much? We said Titans. How much?
Oh man,
gosh,
3, 7, 65.
We should say which running back will have the most yards.
That's all we got to worry about.
Pollard. We've already said that.
Yeah.
I don't know. A chain?
Pollard will have the most receiving yards.
Over a chain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's going to happen is they're going to stop at chain. It's over with.
Spears hasn't been a thing.
He's been hurt.
I hate to even say that, but I can't believe I even said that.
He was injured.
The green wave.
3 to 7 points, Titans.
I don't know.
And it's going to be low scoring game.
21-17 Titans.
All right, let's talk about our last game. Seahawks Lions.
Okay.
At Detroit.
Let's air it out a little bit.
Detroit.
Okay.
Lions smoke them.
So the Frenchman has been a thing, and I don't even believe that is in what world is that?
Well, what's happening is that rushing the ball, he's kind of the second game, he only had 34 yards, but they had 4 catches for some yards. And he did good last game, and he's caught the ball out of the backfield. Mm-hmm. You're seeing Geno Smith become a thing, and they opened this offense up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new coach,
Grubb.
Grubb. Yeah. What he's doing is genius.
All right, and he's got the weapons to do it. You got all 3 weapons.
He's throwing JSN out there, and then the next game he doesn't even look at him because everybody's looking at him, and then they go DK and so
Lockett. You don't even bring up Lockett anymore because but it's 3 wides. somebody that we're not talking about is he's like one of the most consistent guys, and it's Noah Fant.
Yeah.
Noah Fant he's getting 6 catches a game for a tight end this year.
That's good.
Get him, like Geno.
If you just need, if you're in a PPR league and you just need the catches,
Noah Fant,
just
go get
take
him.
him.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I like Noah Fant more than I like Tyler Lockett, and every year you hear Tyler Lockett's a thing. Noah Fant, I like Tyler Lockett more than Noah Fant.
You like Noah Fant more than you like Tyler Lockett.
That's what I mean. Excuse me. As soon as Kenneth Walker III comes back, though, this Frenchman's gone.
The show.
I think he cuts in a little bit more.
I cannot see it. I know, like it looks good now. I know it looks good, but Kenneth Walker
He's
far
a
way better.
He's a different kind of runner.
Yeah, than Zach Charbonnet. He just can't stay healthy.
Okay. What about on the line side?
You start. Sam Laporte is hurt.
Jameer Gibbs.
Start him.
Montgomery.
Start him.
St. Brown, yes.
Yes. There you go.
That's it. Golf, I have to start him.
Do we trade for Golf? And then we play somebody else? Play Baker Mayfield? Sam Darnold?
Pick up Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you can pick up Sam Darnold. You trade him. You go get rid of him. I don't. It's just he's a good quarterback in real life, fantasy wise. He's average to below average.
I got you.
Yeah.
Who's the winners?
I think Detroit beats them just because of just the weapons. But
And
Seattle's
the
doing. How do you say about Seattle? They
They
look
got
great.
good defense too.
Yep, they look great. You drafted the people early. You're going to play them like Tyreek Hill. Yeah, do you want to be the guy that puts Tyreek Hill? I know the situation, but do you want to be the guy who puts him on the bench
Nope.
and he catches one pass for 74 yards and a touchdown?
He can catch the ball from anybody.
He can do that. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. Just like Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Well, you got 2 running backs who are dangerous with Detroit. You only have 1.
That's right.
And he's not near as good as either one of those 2.
Either one of the other 2. Yeah.
So, Detroit by 3 or 7.
3 or 7. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. That's all we got today.
All right.
Till next time, I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldera.
And I'm the Cadillac.
And we're out.
Give me the
SmashMouth Footballerz.
Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring, said to be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem. Pull up and you know the team is strong. This your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue. Yeah. They know it's true.